I welcome you all to the next session of Advanced Accounting of your TY BCom. As you all know, in previous session we completed with the meaning of supply and what will include under supply and what will not include under supply as per the GST, and what are the basic criterias of supply. That all we studied in previous session. In today's session we will be dealing with value of supply, valuation of supply. हम supply के कैसे valuation करते हैं under GST. Clear to it? Let's move further with the explanation for that. Okay. Goods and service tax or GST valuation of supply. Goods and service tax or GST will be one tax to submit all taxes. It will bring in one nation, one tax region. Earlier re-engine In the earlier re-engine, tax are calculated on the value of goods and service. Tax, that is value of goods and service. Excise, transaction value of goods and service or MRP. VAT, sales value. Service tax, tax value of service rendered. ऐसे पहले हम ऐसे वैल्यूएट करते थे. एक्साइज ड्यूटी एमआरपी पर वैल्यूएट की जाती है, वैट सेल्स वैल्यू पे वैल्यूएट किया जाता है, एंड सर्विस टैक्स सर्विस रेंडर्ड जितनी की है उसके ऊपर वैल्यूएशन किया जाता है. क्लियर टू इट? ओके. फर्दर, वैल्यूएशन एंड कैलकुलेशन ऑफ टैक्स. करंटली जीएसटी विल बी चार्ज ऑन द ट्रांजैक्शन वैल्यू, और जीएसटी ट्रांजैक्शन वैल्यू पर चार्ज की जाती है. Transaction value is the price actually paid for the supply of goods and services. Unrelated parties, that is price in the sole consideration. The value of supply under GST shall include any tax, duties, cess, fees and charges levied under any act except GST. GST composition cess will be excluded if charged separately by the supplier. Any amount that the supplier is liable to pay which has been incurred by the recipients and is not included in the price. The value will include all incremental expenses in relation to sales such as packaging, commission, etc. Subsidies linked to supply except government subsidies will be included. Interest, tax fees, penalties for delay payment of consideration will be included. Example, ABC, a manufacturer selling home appliance like food processor, mixer, oven, toaster, etc. It sells a power driller to XYZ as a wholesaler. The MRP is 2750, but ABC sell it for 1500. Currently the invoice will be like mixer 1500, add excise, that is 12.5, that is excise duty, that is 1500 का 12.5 कितना आता है 118. when you add it up 1500 plus 188 will give you 1688. then add VAT, that is 14%, that will give 245. then the amount will be 1933. value of sales under GST. मगर GST के अंडर क्या है? The value of goods and service supplied in the transaction value, that is the price paid or payable, which is 1500. GST पे कौन सी वैल्यू चार्ज की जाएंगी? 1500 पर, क्योंकि वो वैल्यू पे उसने सप्लाई किया है. एग्जाम्पल, अज्यूमिंग CGST 9% एंड SGST 9%. अज्यूम किया है 99% CGST एंड SGST. मिक्सर कितने का है? 1500 का. तो CGST 9% कितना हुआ उसका? 135. और फिर से 9% कितना है? 135. 135 विल गिव 01, दैट इज़ 140, सॉरी 270, एंड 270 प्लस 1500 विल गिव यू 1770. क्लियर? ओके. देखो, पहले के इसमें हमारा टैक्स ज़्यादा जाता था, अभी के इसमें टैक्स कम हो गया है. Discount will be treated differently under GST. Discount given before or at the time of supply will be allowed as a deductions from transaction value. Discounts given after supply will be allowed only if certain conditions are satisfied. Please read part 2 of the article which deals with discounts and impact of GST along with the example. Valuation of supply when a transaction is not in INR. व्हेन एक्सपोर्ट्स मतलब अगर ट्रांजैक्शन इंडिया में नहीं है तो उसका वैल्यूएशन जीएसटी का कैसे करेंगे. व्हेन एक्सपोर्ट्स आर मेड द इनवॉइस मे बी रेज्ड बाय द टैक्स पेयर इन फॉरेन करेंसी. द IGST, if any, charge in the invoice will be converted using RBI exchange rate. The exchange rates are available on the RBI website. RBI exchange rates are to be used in exchange of import goods. When reverse charge is applicable on import supply, the invoice amount has to be converted using the RBI exchange rate. Value of supply of goods and services. Value of supply means the money that a seller would want to collect the goods and services supplied. The amount collected by the seller from the buyer is the value of supply. But when parties are related and are reasonable, value may not be charged or transaction may take place as a barter of exchange. The GST law prescribes that the value on which GST is charged must be its transaction value. This is the value at which unrelated parties would transact in the normal course of business. It makes sure GST is charged and collected properly, even though the full value may not have been paid. Time of supply. Time of supply means the point in the time when goods and services are considered supplied. When the seller knows the time, it helps him to identify the date, day due for the payment of taxes. CGST, SGST, and IGST must be paid at the time of supply. Goods and services have a separate base to identify their time of supply. Let's understand them in detail. Time of supply of goods. Time of supply of goods is earliest of date of issue of invoice, last date on which invoice should be issued, date of receipt of advance payment. Example: Mr. A sold goods to Mr. B worth rupees 50,000. The invoice was issued on 15 January. The payment was received on 31st January. The goods were supplied on 20 January. Note: GST is not applied in advance under GST CGST. In advance is payable at the time of issue of the invoice. Let us analyze and arrive at the time of supply in this case. Time of supply is earliest of date of issue invoice, that is 15 January, last date on which the invoice should have been issued, that is 20 January. Thus the time of supply is 15 January. What will happen if in the same example an advance of 25,000 is received by Mr. X on 1st January? The time of supply for the advance was 25,000 will be 1st January. Since the date of receipt of advance is before the invoice is issued, the balance of 25,000, the time of supply will be 15 January. Time of supply for the service. Time of supply of service is earliest of date of issue of invoice, date of receipt of advance payment, date of provision of service till invoice is not issued within the prescribed period. Let us understand this using an example. Mr. X provides service worth rupees 25 to Mr. Y on 1st January. The invoice was issued on 25th January and payment for the same was received on 1st February. In the present case, we need to first check if the invoice was issued within the prescribed time. The prescribed time is 30 days from the date of supply, that is 30 January. The invoice was issued on 20 January. This means that the invoice was issued within a prescribed time limit. The time of supply with the earliest of date of issue of invoice, that is 20 January, date of payment, that is 1st February. This means that the time of supply of service will be 20th January. Clear to it? If you have any doubt and queries, please ping me on the email ID provided to you by the college. Thank you all. Thank you. Be at home. Be safe.